know. Yep, it's working. Okay. Thank you and good morning. I'll try to talk over the traffic here. I'm Lisa Lake of Advocacy 5. I just want to dispel any rumors with this press conference. This is my project, something that I have been dreaming of and talking of for a while. I want to let you know that the City of Portland did not sanction this. This is on me. As a community member, I felt compelled to show a model that was cost-effective and easy to build and put up. I had a lot of support from community members, and we came together to do this. This build took approximately 5 hours. All the cost effectiveness I will have online within 24 hours. But the real message here is that we can't wait any longer, okay? We announced a state of emergency for houselessness in October. It is now May. We have done nothing to move forward on this issue. Nothing. This camp is for battered and sexually assaulted women who are experiencing trauma in the ways of rape and beatings every day, sometimes twice a day on this corridor where I work as an outreach member. It just is unconscionable to me that this continues to happen and nothing is put in place. These women do not have a safe place to stay so that they can make reports on their perpetrators, so that we can get law enforcement involved and then take action. So this is a heinous circle that just keeps going. I would ask that everybody here come in as a community member that wants to have an open and honest dialogue about this issue, not an inflammatory one. If there's an inflammatory issue that needs to be dealt with, please see me personally, set up a time to meet with me. I would be happy to meet with everybody here and anybody who wishes to address this. There are a lot of...
I think we just lost our friend.
Okay, it's all right, I can shout. I can shout. We had about 36 members here from different agencies, communal agencies, but I want to say that nobody else takes the blame for this. I do, okay, and I will answer to the city for this. I want to introduce Sarah Iana Rowe next. She's going to speak as a member of the Mount Scott Arleta neighborhood, okay, someone who is a community activist in her own right, and who I asked to bring forth a message because I'm not a great public speaker and I need this message to be heard, okay? Thank you.
Sorry about the microphone. This isn't a professional organization. I am just here as a citizen of Portland, a resident of Portland, and a member of a nearby neighborhood association. But I do have a unique platform right now and a voice, and I wanted to come out and show my support for these women and their efforts. This is not a permanent solution to what we have going on in this city right now. This is a temporary solution, a model of what we are thinking about and the kind of policies that I support moving forward, especially through this summer, when our houseless crisis is going to reach epic proportions, and hot weather, people being out of doors is going to be making people increasingly vulnerable, not only to person-on-person violence, but heat effects. There's so many ways that we need to be protecting our neighbors out of doors. This is a humane, compassionate solution to what we're facing right now. This emergency shelter model is cooperatively managed by a coalition of community-based organizations that will provide essential services at a fraction of what it costs our city to provide those services. This is not a time to pit neighbors against neighbors. I understand that neighborhoods across the city are increasingly frustrated with our houseless crisis, and they're increasingly looking for solutions. This shouldn't be seen as a negative element in neighborhoods. I'm encouraging neighborhoods around the city to embrace these models and actually compete with each other to find out how can we innovate, how can we come up with creative solutions neighborhood by neighborhood to help accommodate the people who are sleeping out of doors in our neighborhoods and neighborhoods near ours. We need to come together to protect our most vulnerable in this time of need. The top-down solutions we know are not able to keep up with demand, and people are falling through the cracks as the women who are sleeping here, and hopefully more, will be accommodated through models like this. We need to step up to come up with creative community-based solutions to our houseless crisis. It's more cost-effective, it helps us come together and understand the situation of what creates houselessness for people, it helps us engender compassion and empathy among the least affluent in our society. This shelter is temporary. It went up in a matter of hours, can be moved on a flatbed truck that's donated. There's no cost to the city of this. This is all private organizations that have put into this, and this emergency shelter can be moved anywhere in the city at any time. We need to understand that, and we actually need to deploy many more around this city at this critical time. And I'm encouraging neighbors and neighborhood associations to embrace this model and come together in positivity and with compassion for people. The vitriol and the hatred and the disparaging comments are not helping. But more importantly, the Housing Bureau, the Federal Housing Bureau HUD, last week came out with a report as tiny homes as a potential solution to our affordability crisis. So we can be seeing these opportunities as more than just itinerant solutions. We can be thinking about what does it mean for us to look at encampments like this on public lands as a potential incubator for affordable housing. How can we start to plant the seeds of more permanent solutions for people? How can we create pathways to opportunity and real transitions for people out of houselessness as a community, not just relying on our local government to solve these problems, but how can we come together? That is why I came out yesterday to help these ladies build as a Portlander, and I continue to support them, and I encourage the city and I encourage the neighbors to support them in keeping these women safe and looking for more sites like this around the city to house emergency shelters like this. That's why we are looking for solutions, just not even in our city, but around the region. And we've invited a mayor from another city to talk about how he thinks these solutions might be implemented where he leads. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Mark Gamba. I'm the mayor of Milwaukee. A couple weeks ago, my city declared a housing state of emergency. And that is kind of the edge of this problem. This homelessness, houselessness, is kind of a perfect storm of a lot of problems facing our society. You've got people who are losing their homes. They've had homes, they've got jobs, and they're being priced out of their homes. And where do they go, right? You've got mental health services that are not robust enough for the problems we have. We have drug enforcement problems. We have, it's like this perfect storm, and it ends up on the streets, and it ends up with people who are suffering. So we need to pick it apart like it's several problems too. We need to start taking this storm of a problem, dissecting it, and finding. This is a great example. I came out here to observe, to see how things can be done differently. Pulling these vulnerable women out of the general population of where they are at risk and protecting them. That's one little piece to the puzzle, right? If we start addressing this issue as all of these pieces between human services around drug abuse and the violence that's occurring with these people, and then start to come up with creative ways to permanently house them. The tiny home thing is a brilliant concept, and it's very doable. We are, as a society, going to have to agree that it is okay to have problems. And we're going to have to create a system and a way of doing this that makes it workable not only for the neighbors, but for the folks that are experiencing homelessness, the folks that have lost the homes they used to have until very recently. That's all I have to say.
Just a couple of minutes if you want.
I could take some questions if people have some constructive, non-inflammatory questions. I don't know if anybody does.
What will happen if the city or the new owner asks you to move?
Then we will have to move. And we're ready to do that, as we said. This is a model that got built in 5 hours. As long as there's suitable land that we're given, not land where these women will be even more at risk. You know, that makes this a really nice spot. Because everybody can keep an eye on this. Any other questions?
What about finishing the fence around the property?
Yeah, well, that would be a conversation if we are allowed to stay for any length of time.
So
So there's a lot of other shelters that are getting closed at the end of the month, including the Sears Armory for women and stuff like that. So
Can you imagine
I'm
what that's
hoping,
going to look like?
yeah, I'm hoping that, you know, we can start up more of these. And
Yes, I am
hopefully-
too.
If you need any help, just let me know too. I'm willing to
Thank you.
help work.
Sure.
Why would you know when it's a flux of constant people that being moved all the time, and that's the problem. That stability, they always moving in one pattern. I think we should stand up and make an example in the direction.
Especially when it's heavily concerning battered women that face problems constantly. There's nowhere for them to go, and there's not enough space for single women or battered women. I would like to stand up and fight with you, to fight for this fight.
You know I will do that. You know I will do that.
The question is, the big cry in the houseless community is move along to where?
Right, exactly. And you know I won't do that unless it's in a totally appropriate place where I feel they're even safe. Okay? So, any other questions?
My wife was a victim of date rape 20 years ago before we were married, so I'm very sympathetic to what you're doing here.
Thank you.
My question is, Lentz is supporting an estimated 1/3 of homeless already. There's kind of a breaking point that's been hit. What are you doing in order to be friendly with neighbors and follow the safe sleep policy of having tents down by 7 a.m., no more than 6 people, and a tent trailer on the
Okay,
property?
because-
That's not inflammatory.
No, I
I'm
know,
asking
Tom.
because I want to hear.
Absolutely, this is not inflammatory. I agree, and I asked that question, but we cannot. I agree with. Kind of, sort of agree with the city's safe sleep policies, except for it's not enough. Okay, then we just